today's Women's Show, for those who are watching for the first time today, is a show where we seek to educate and inspire women of all ages and of all races. Now, I'd like to start off the show with my quote of the day, and it reads, "People are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out. But when the darkness sets in, their beauty is revealed only if there's a light from within." Isn't that just so beautiful? Now, it's a quote from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. We're going to go for a short commercial break. Stay with us. Welcome back to today's Women's Show, and once more I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors, and they're BF Soap, Every Woman Knows What She Wants, and Lydia Female Contraceptives. With Lydia, you decide. Now, today's show is very special to me because I'm sharing one of my haunts with you in Accra here. Now, I want you to have a look at this, and then when you come back, I'll introduce the guest and tell you why I did all of that. So now, as I promised you, I'm here to share one of my secrets with you. I'm taking you to see the lady who is responsible for my very beautiful skin. Her name is Yvonne, and she runs a place in East Legon called Nisi. She does everything skin. Follow me and let's go and surprise her. We'll see what she's up to this morning.
Yvonne Mills is a United Kingdom trained skincare therapist. After qualifying as a skincare therapist in the year 2000, she added to her skills by completing courses in beauty therapy management, salon business management, and beauty and spa management. She's also had postgraduate training with the International Dermal Institute, the company that researched and developed Dermalogica, the famous skincare line. During her training, she learned about treating various skin conditions, including environmentally stressed skin, sensitized skin, acne-prone skin, and sun-damaged skin, just to mention a few. After 3 years of self-employment, Yvonne took many intensive courses in specialized areas, such as laser and light treatments, and advanced treatments like chemical peel and growth removal. The Nisi Skin Repair and Laser Center was established in the UK. After working in the UK for about 8 years, she relocated to Ghana in 2009 with her family. Her work in Ghana started in a single consulting room at the Omni Healthcare, where she worked for 3 years before moving to her new premises, the Nisi Skin Repair and Laser Center in East Legon.
How can we help you today?
I have hair underneath my neck. It's quite uncomfortable. I need to take it off every morning with hair removal. I just wish I could stop doing that, so I decided to come here. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how long the treatment will take. I don't know if there's side effects, so I'll be glad if you take me through that.
Okay, we can offer you laser hair removal.
Okay.
Which is safe on black skin. Normally people would say that laser is not safe on black skin, but it is when you're dealing with a person who is well trained and understands the black skin. So we can do this for you. Normally your treatments will be once a month for probably 8 months. So you do once every 28 days. For some people, they are able to do 8 and their hair is cleared, and some people need more than that. So it's not set how many treatments you will have.
So when I'm done with the treatment and it's gone, how long does it take for it to come back?
Okay, some people may never experience hair growth again, depending on the coarseness of their hair and the course of their hair growth. For anyone who would need a treatment again, a maintenance treatment is usually just once a year you have a treatment done, just to clear any fine hairs that have grown back. Some people don't. Just depends on what caused your hair and etc. Yeah.
Hormonal change such as
childbirth, menopause, anything that makes you take medication that will probably increase your hormone levels, can make it come back. It's not definite, but it's, you know, it's good to know this just in case you see anything, then you're not surprised.
What's the process for the laser treatment?
It's a light therapy, okay, which some people find it painful, some people don't. It depends on your pain threshold with that. We normally take you in, we prep your skin, and then we numb your skin with ice to enable the treatment to be comfortable for you, because there is some heat generated by the laser light, which is what kills your hair. So normally we need the hair to be in a certain stage, which is, hair has 3 stages, and we need the hair to be in the first stage of growth, which is where it's actively growing, and we need to catch it then. So the hairs that are not in that stage will not, they'll grow back again. Then this is why you need several treatments before the hair is cleared.
Is it 100% safe? Are there any side effects?
Not really. Normally people have said that laser is not good for black skin. If you have the wrong laser used on you, your skin can burn. But YAG laser is safe on black skin and white skin as well. So, you know, that's why we have it here in Ghana. And there aren't any side effects per se. If the person controlling the laser is not experienced enough, you may get a few burns here and there, which are not severe burns anyway. But we are very experienced. We've done many people, we've done many skin types, so you are in safe hands.
So after the process, will my skin be as smooth as a baby's butt?
Yes, definitely. Your skin will be very smooth at the end of your treatment. Even in between treatments, you will find that your skin is much better. Any blemishes present at this time, any darkness or roughness will all clear, because as you go through the laser treatment, any ingrown hairs is healed, because your hair is not so coarse. Your skin and your hair are not fighting to cause ingrown hairs and bumps and all of that. Again, because you are not shaving, you are not having problems with your skin, again, any dark patches there will be lighter. We can also recommend treatments for you that will help with the brightening of your skin.
Coco,
Hello, Madam.
how are you?
I'm fine.
I know I've been naughty, but we're here to surprise you.
Yes.
And we're doing a little show on my favorite things. Your mother, of course, is one of my favorite persons, so I want to surprise her. Where is she?
She's in the laser room.
She's got a client.
Yes.
Well, I want to surprise her on her private moment.
Okay.
Yes, come in.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Today I've come to surprise you.
Oh my God, I'm really
Today and I got my crew with me.
Oh, have you?
Yes,
Oh my God.
yes.
You know
We're
what?
out of the studio today, and we're doing something a little different. I decided that I would actually show viewers where I get all my little lovely things, my little personal things done.
Okay, that's
And I'm starting out with my skin, because I get lots of people saying, oh, you've got lovely skin.
Oh.
And I feel like I'm being selfish by not sharing it. So I thought I'd bring them here today, because I know that you don't only do skin. I've tried to get you into the studio a number of times, because
Yes.
you're doing some fantastic work.
Thank you.
It's not only about beauty, but there are people who are living with skin tags, you know, with hair excessively, and they don't even know where to begin to have it, you know, addressed. So I've just come and intruded on your private life. I can see you're with a client though. My dear, do you mind us filming you?
Not at all.
You're fine with that?
Yeah.
So what are you actually doing here now?
I'm doing laser hair removal on her chin.
Okay.
She's had this hair for quite a while, and she's been using other methods to try and remove the hair, like depilatory creams, which is shaving cream. She's tried waxing.
Tried waxing?
Yeah.
So how often do you have to do this?
Sometimes, okay, me or I?
You?
Okay. I use the shaving creams 2-3 times in a week. Sometimes in a month I wax.
Okay. So you have to constantly be on top of it, otherwise it grows.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy actually that you found Jane Easy, because hopefully your troubles are over.
Oh, yeah.
So let me not waste your time. Just talk us through what you're doing before we run away to our next place.
Okay, I'm going to appreciate the hair before the treatment. Before we start, you have to wear this to protect your eyes.
Can I wear these over my glasses?
Yes, you can.
Well, I don't need them. I can see what you're doing.
Yeah, that's for you as well.
But why do we have to wear the glasses?
Because the laser is very powerful and it's usually not good to have your naked eye.
Naked eye exposed to it.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
So if you can.
Okay. So what would happen if you didn't numb the area?
She will feel the heat of the laser much more.
Can we take it away now?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll put a bit of gel.
So did you put a bit of gel on there?
Yes.
So what gel? Just so that the machine slides over.
We use
moves over.
ultrasound gel
Okay.
to make the skin slippery, and
Okay.
also it helps the skin to stay cold for longer.
Okay. Okay. So now this is you doing it.
Yeah. So again, as you can see, there's no trauma to the skin.
None at all. Now, obviously, as I can see, her skin has just been treated. It's a little red, but I think that's expected from the treatment that you've done. Now, what is your advice for her for the next 24 hours?
Okay, no swimming, no sunbathing, no perfume products in the area. Like we discussed earlier, don't try to pick your skin. The hair will seem to be coming out again.
Will it
because the
itch?
hair- No, it won't. We haven't had that.
Okay.
The hair in your skin will be coming out, but don't be alarmed because it's the hair in your skin. It doesn't mean that the treatment was successful. So also, your sun cream is important every day, but especially when you've done this, you have to apply that to protect your skin from UV damage.
From UV damage, you just had something, some laser
Yes.
applied to your
Yes.
skin. Well, I want to thank you so much. It's very bold of you to allow cameras to come in on your very private moment. But my dear, it's been a pleasure coming to see
Thank
you
you for
again.
coming.
But I'm going to come because there are lots we have to talk. I'm going to try and see if I can pull you into the studio because we need to talk about so many things. We know on other occasions we've spoken about skin toning and the fashion with bleaching skin and all the different things that can be done for the skin for us to still look beautiful as God made us to be. So you will definitely be hearing from us.
I look forward to that.
Okay, so take care.
Thank you.
And see you soon. And thank you, my dear. All right, bye. That was a short film with me, yours truly, starring in it, and my guest today, Yvonne Mills. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So Jane Easy, the film before, the beginning of the film said a little about what you do at Jane Easy.
Yes.
But how easy or difficult was it for you to set up a center like that here in Accra?
Before I relocated, I visited town every quarter just to check what was needed. So I used to operate from the Omni Health Care,
Okay.
as mentioned before.
Okay.
And I would normally have a waiting list of treatments to do, such as growth removal, chemical peel, laser removal, and so on. So before I came, I had already figured out that it was going to be a service that would be appreciated by the ladies
people.
here. Yes, so
How easy has it been for you to be known?
it's been quite gradual because advertising is not always, people don't consider that as the truth all the time unless they know somebody who has had a treatment. So for us, it's word of mouth has taken us, where we are today, because people always would tell a friend or a family member or something. So it has been quite smooth, but quite
Gradual.
Quite gradual.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you've been on the market for what, 5 years now, almost?
Yes.
Almost 5 years.
years.
What do you think our biggest problem is here in the beauty business?
People are not getting enough information sometimes regarding how to look after their skin at home. Also, if they have a problem like excessive hair growth, they don't get the right advice as to what to do. So they tend to do their own thing and make problems worse for them.
They aggravate the situation.
Yes, they aggravate the situation. So I think that the problem here is that people, or the beauticians and the estheticians, must work closely with their customers and their clients.
To talk them through. I mean, I know I've been at yours several times, and then you know, each step you take, you kind of tell them, I'm doing this because of this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so you walk away and you feel like you know what was done with you. Now, what makes you think, or what do you think that Jane Easy does that's different from all the other spas? Is that what you think it is?
Yes, I think we are very focused on results. We want to give you results all the time. Of course, we want your money, but we want to make sure that what we give you is effective enough to deal with the problem that you have. I mean, we're not saying that we can solve all problems, but if we can't do anything, we always recommend or refer you to a dermatologist or to a doctor to take from
So
there.
what problems can Jane Easy solve? Problems like what?
One of our big ones is the growth removal, also laser hair removal, and also looking after sensitized skin, acne skin, and anti-aging treatments for prematurely aging skins.
And out of those, what do you think is the most prevalent? Which ones very, very sort of, they have lots of cases, would you say you see?
I think the growth, acne, and the excessive hair growth.
And the growth and the acne.
Yes.
Okay.
Also with a sensitized condition, because there's a lot of
bleaching going on. Don't mince your words. It's the truth.
There's a lot of bleaching going on. A lot of girls who come in and say they want to be fair, they want to be toned, and we say to them, well, we don't do that. We can give you something that will make your skin glow and give you healthy, you know, skin.
Give you a healthy glow.
Healthy glow that will, you know, last you for years, because we don't want to do something that you can't maintain or will damage your skin.
Okay, we're going to go for a short commercial break. When we get back, I want you to sort of talk us through a few things like the removal. I mean, we've just seen the excessive hair growth, but what about with the skin tags, etc., etc.? Okay. Welcome back to Today's Women Show. I'd like to acknowledge my sponsors. I always tell you guys, because of the sponsors, I sit here. So I will mention them as many times. And they are BF Soap, Every Woman Knows What She Wants, and Lydia Female Contraceptives with Lydia, You Decide. Now, you spoke about glowing skin. What is a glowing skin? I mean, we know fair or dark. Which part, where does glow fit in that sort of spectrum?
Glowing skin is skin that is even toned.
Like yours.
Thank you.
Glowing. Okay.
That is got one color. Okay. You haven't got any blackheads or uneven pigmentation in different areas. Your skin hasn't got any papules or pustules, which is like acne. You haven't got any sensitivity. Your skin is just healthy and resilient. It just illuminates and everybody will comment to you if you have that kind of skin.
So that could be, you could have a dark hue but still have glowing skin.
You could be light, you could be chocolate, you could be any color and still have
just
wonderful
have this healthy glow.
Healthy glow.
Now, how do we achieve that with you?
With us, we normally would tell you that you need your basic stuff. At least you have to cleanse, exfoliate, and moisturize. At least as your basic stuff. Also, you can upgrade it as you go along. We like to usher you into it gently.
Okay.
If you're not used to using so many products, we just usher you into it gently.
And what's the basic? Because I mean, we're talking about people who are watching this show. It could be somebody who can afford the whole range. So somebody who wants the basic but still achieve a glowing, complexion. So what's a basic thing that one would do?
A basic is just cleanse morning and night, exfoliate maybe once or twice a week depending on the exfoliant you have, your skin type, etc. And then using a night cream at night to replenish your skin and repair any damage. Also during the day you have to have your day cream to use as a sun protection.
And your sun protection, which is very important.
Very important, especially in Ghana.
Why is it so important, especially in Ghana?
Because
what are the damage? What are the results of sun damage on our skin?
Sun damage ages your skin. Okay, too much exposure to sun damages your skin. Sun is good for your skin.
Vitamin D.
Yes, but if you're too exposed to it every day, your skin can prematurely age from it. We get a lot of people who have had sun damage, so they've got pigmentation, dark patches. Even men can get dark patches on their cheeks. And
but I thought those dark patches were as a result of sort of bleaching and then not wearing the sunscreen and then getting that dark
before that,
or whatever it's called.
Before that, normally somebody would look at their face and think, I'm getting really dark. So they walk into a place where they can find products, and instead of them probably giving something that will bring the natural color back, they
give them something that would lighten their skin.
They give them something that will lighten, which they don't really need, because the lightening would definitely become a habit, because it's very addictive. Once your skin is lighter and you prefer light skin, you keep buying stronger products.
I want to ask you this question. Lightening of skin, we all know the dangers of lightening our skin. So how come the products to lighten our skin are not banned, and we still have volumes being imported into the country?
They are banned in many countries. They are exported into Africa because we like to be fair, and people smuggle it. Because when you go abroad and you want to buy a product with hydroquine, it has to be by doctor's prescription for some reason or the other, or is sold under the counter. It's not on display.
Now, for you, how important is a woman's skincare in comparison to her whole general beauty care?
Skincare is very, very important, because you cover everywhere on your body, and the bit that you don't cover is your face, which is the one that deals with all the pollution and the sun exposure and the dust and environmental stress. So you need to give it extra care. That is why there's so many products just for the face. I mean, you don't have so many for the body.
For the body.
Maybe a body cream, a body scrub.
And beauty business sells, really.
Well, it's also important, because as soon as you start doing that, you can see difference in your skin. Your skin definitely will change.
But the thing is that how many people care about what their skin looks like? I mean, really, these days you can walk into a counter and people say beauty is bought in a store, literally.
Yes.
You know, so if you don't have great skin, you cover it off with makeup and you have all your concealers and everything, and you walk out looking $1 million. I mean, hey,
if you haven't got flawless skin, your skin is bumpy here and there. I mean, too much foundation and cover up can even give you worse problems. So we say that you have to have a good canvas, so your skin has to be good enough for your makeup to look even better. So we don't have any makeup at the moment, because with the skincare range that I use, the last stage in makeup is a small foundation, which is very light, because the aim of that company is to give you flawless skin. You don't
have
hide
to put so much. Yes,
you don't have to hide
the mask
so
of a thick foundation.
No.
Now we hear of spas in the country, lots of spas. You know that they go there and they'll do the facials and then they'll do the massages and etc. etc. Now I think yours is a bit of a spa with a difference.
The difference is we are very focused, like I said, on results. We are a very small company, so you're sure of who you're going to see. I used to work alone, but I now work with my daughter Chanel. She's also UK trained.
Okay.
And every time you come, we can follow up from what you've done before, because we are the same people who look after you all the time. We make sure that we call you at home to check what you're doing with your products, whether you're using it correctly or wrongly. The other thing we do also is the laser services that we provide, and I think that is there isn't any other places that do it. So we are the main people who do this, and we've had a lot of people who've come to us with this hair problem, and it really affects their
self-esteem.
They're really struggling with it, because I mean they go through waxing is not bad, but in certain areas the hair is quite stubborn and it needs a more permanent procedure to clear it. Also with the growth on the skin, there's many growth, like there's moles, skin tags.
And I think you're the only one who removes moles.
Yes.
Outside of a hospital.
Yes.
Aesthetically, yes.
We even get doctors sending us people to do that for them.
Okay.
Yes. So we think that makes us a little bit special, because we really do this with a lot of care and love for the skin, because I mean we don't want to damage your skin in any way, and there's no reason why anybody should be scared to come to us to remove a growth. I mean, even if you're in doubt, just come and visit and then see what can be done for you.
So would you say would you say a great chunk of your clients come in because of not necessarily because of skin problem, but because, when I say skin problem, not but because they have acne or anything, the basic problems, but more difficult things like excessive hair growth, warts and tags, etc. Do you think a lot of your clients come in because of that?
Yes, we have a lot of clients for that.
Is that your selling point, should I say?
Yes, that's our selling point, because other places offer facials and stuff,
regular stuff for acne and stuff like that. Yes,
but we for the laser and the growth removal and chemical peels and very
let's talk
advanced
about
facials.
that. The chemical peels are for tired skin, literally.
Tired skin. You want to revamp your skin. You want to rejuvenate your skin. You want your skin to glow. You have a special occasion. You want a quick thing to fix your skin. So chemical peel is very good.
Because is it safe?
It is safe, yes, because you use fruit acid.
How old must I be to?
I think any age from 18.
Now, what's the most difficult case that you've seen?
Acne can be quite stubborn. You have to be very patient. People have had successful treatments with us with their acne, and some people haven't. Because even though we have a very good range, it doesn't mean that it works for everybody.
Because different skin types and different products.
Yes. So acne, I'll say, is one of the most stubborn. Because everything for the growth is instantaneous. You come in, we do it, and it's gone. With a laser hair remover, you have a few sessions to do, and you do.
But have you had a very difficult growth removal? Because I know there are some people who have tons of them.
Tons. When it's so many of it, we have to do it
over a period of time.
So we see you, and then we do you for a few hours, because we numb your skin, and then we remove the growth.
And it's removed by laser once more?
Yes, we can remove it by laser.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I think we have a success story, which was filmed. I think my producer filmed a success story at your place. So let's watch what the person had to say.
I used to have this black spots or moles in my face. And I was not comfortable with it at all. The way it was in my face, even when I dress up, I do makeup and it doesn't come out nicely like how I want it to be. So I met Auntie Yvonne, and she asked me to come for consultation so that they can remove this thing from my face. The only thing that was in my head, like, if they remove it and it leaves some scars in my face, what will I do? The first time they put some creams on my face, and it felt like the face was numb, like I couldn't feel anything in the face. So when they were moving the thing, even I didn't feel it at all. Until when I went home later on, then I felt little pain, but not much. Even I didn't bother about that because it was not so painful like how I thought it would be. They told me not to, put anything on it, just penicillin, and it will go off and everything. About 1 week time, everything was going off like that. The face was becoming smooth and you couldn't even see the scars there. You couldn't see anything. I could put on my makeup, everything, and people started saying, your face is nice, your face is nice, because it has changed from what it used to be to a different thing altogether. I felt confident because I told you in the beginning I was not comfortable with it at all. The way it was in my face, all over my face. When you put on even makeup, it doesn't look nice in your face. So I felt confident. So I recommend people to come to JNC for their treatment. It's an instant treatment, so they should not worry about it. The moment you enter here, by the time you leave here, you'll be a different person. Madam Yvonne, I don't even know what to say. All that I'll say to her that God richly bless her. Because if I haven't met her, I wouldn't know what to do with my face. So the only thing I can say to her is God richly bless her for what she has done to my face.
Now that you heard that, it says God richly bless. She said that twice.
I receive it.
Just for making her look beautiful. And I think you're right in the sense that she looks a lot more confident. I didn't know her before, but the way you can tell that it bothered her a lot to have.
Yes,
what did she have on her face?
She had dermatosis papulosa nigra, which is in Ghana it's called low sule. Some people think it's moles or it's cocoa, but it's nothing to do with that. It's a condition that dermatologists are not sure what causes it, but it's known that it's genetic. And usually if you check in your family, you see that there's a history of some family members with the condition. It usually starts around adolescence, when your hormones are
raging, just about to take off.
But at that time you don't really notice it because you're a young child and you're not really, I mean, not everybody's one starts at that age, but usually it can start at that young age. And as you get older and you're more aware of yourself, you realize that there are these things on your face and you're not sure what they are, but what you see is they keep growing and multiplying all the time. And there's not medicine on the market that can remove it, like topically. You have to physically remove it with the laser.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it never scars?
No.
It shouldn't. If it's done properly, it shouldn't scar.
It doesn't scar.
Because I mean, I saw Abner's face and it was smooth.
Yes.
Now when you hear that, hear people like her satisfied, really happy clients.
Very rewarding. I find it very rewarding, yes.
Is that inspiration for you to go back to work every day?
Yes.
It does. It is.
Yes. And sometimes I get calls from people who have done, years ago, and they just call me to say, oh, thank you so much, my face is really nice, the growth hasn't come back, I'll bring my sister, I'll bring my friend. All the time we get that. So it's very rewarding for us, because
it makes the journey worthwhile, doesn't it?
People have things and they don't know where to go and what to do and planning to travel to do, and then they realize that it can be done
locally.
Yes,
it can be done locally.
Yeah.
But you also do a bit of cosmetic enhancement, if I should say, like for people like what you work with a cosmetic surgeon, don't you?
Yes.
When you recommend people.
Yes. When you have, say you did a pill because you wanted. You have deep wrinkles because you're aging, for example. I mean, chemical peel will brighten and lift your skin and everything, but if you have deep laughter lines and lines on your forehead and stuff, you will need to have Botox or fillers or something. We have a doctor who will work alongside with, who very
helps
good
with the Botox and the fillers.
So
and things.
we always recommend for the ladies who want to step up their game.
Sometimes I can't believe all of this because you hear of Botox in the sort of like the Hollywood and all the actors and things like that doing Botox, and it's happening here in Ghana, right here.
Young women do it, old women do it. It's happening. It's very discreet. Nobody knows who's
done the Botox.
Yes,
I have no Botox on my face. I don't know about putting foreign things in my, you know what I mean? I have no Botox, I have no fillers.
Yes, no, you
and
haven't.
I'm proud of my lines.
Yes.
But we're going to go for a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about who Yvonne is. Welcome back to the Today's Woman Show. The Today's Woman Show is brought to you by courtesy of BF Soap. Every woman knows what she wants. And Lydia Female Contraceptives. With Lydia, you decide. For those of you who've joined us, we're almost through the show though, but if you've joined us, my guest is Yvonne Mills, and she's she's the brain behind J. Nisi Beauty Clinic in East Legon. Now, you've told us what J. Nisi does, but everybody's curious to find out who Yvonne Mills is. I mean, you're the Today's Woman Show, you're the Today's Woman Show, and you're the Today's Woman today. So we want to know a little bit about you, Yvonne.
I am a mother. I have 3 wonderful children.
3 big children, you should say.
3 big children, yes.
3 big children.
3 big children of whom I work with. I work with one of them, which I mentioned earlier. I'm a single parent. I come from a small family of 4 children. I'm the last of 4.
The baby
children. Yes.
What was it like growing up and being the last born? I'm a firstborn, so I would not have a clue as to what a last born what it feels like to be the last born.
Well, my big sister is much older than I am, so I didn't really get to. She mothered me
a lot.
A lot. But my 2 brothers, I used to, interact with a lot when they come back from school, because they were both in boarding schools and I was a day student with my mom. But when they come home, they come and do stuff with them. They teach me about new dances that have come, and we got along quite well.
But they're very protective of you.
I was quite stubborn, I think.
You are literally the two known little child running around the house.
So I get the beatings sometimes, and
you were telling on them, telling mommy all the secrets.
Yes. I was quite a cool sister. I could be quite cool with you and also quite destructive, because I mean, if you don't make me happy, then I do the fights. If you make me happy, then we get on well. But I didn't really stay with them that much because they were always in school. You know, as you grow up, your
paths go differently.
Yes, and yes, but I did have a good childhood. My mother was very strict, and she raised us very well. She taught us to respect each other and to love each other and everything, and she kept us quite close together.
And you've remained close, I take it.
We have, yes.
You've remained close. Now, at what stage in your life did you think that you wanted to go into the beauty business?
Actually, it was by chance. My children were growing up, and I thought, okay, they were quite young, if I say growing up. Maybe the twins were 3 and the eldest one was 5, and they were going to start full-time school, so I wanted to do something for me. I tried to enroll on a course for flower arrangements, but it was full when I went, so I was they suggested to me, would I like to do beauty courses, and you know, if I'm creative, then I can learn how to do manicures and pedicures and stuff. So I actually looked at that, but then I saw that there was more advanced stuff, like, you know, diplomas and stuff, so I decided to go into skincare. And so I enrolled and had a full-time education. Did you find it interesting, or at some point in time you thought, no, let me just think and refocus, go somewhere else? I loved it. You did? Yes, in fact it had more than I expected, because normally when you think about beauty, people think it's for people who are not smart. Yes. It's just for polishing toenails, and you know what they used to say, the dumb blondes used to like to paint nails and things like that. No, you learn a lot about science. You have to learn about skin and blood and bones, anatomy and physiology. You have to do all that, and then after I finished, I progressed to other things, like the private stuff, like training with not medical stuff, but for the growth removal thing, it's not taught in college. You're not going to be taught that in college. I advanced myself by doing the light therapy and the growth removal and peels and all this extended and more advanced procedures, just to add to it. And as I finished, I realized that I'd rather focus on these ones, because it was more complex, and not many people were focused on that. To do stuff like that, because they wanted the easier options. They wanted the easier options, because normally with these kind of things that I do, some of them are only done in a doctor's office. Okay. But in the UK, they train you well enough to be able to work on your own. On your own. Yes. So I decided to stay. And who was your role model growing up? Maybe they had something about influencing your decision to go into the beauty business. My mother was my rock. She was a very, very stern woman. She taught me not to be just wayward and not to know what I'm doing. But anyway, because I was the youngest, I was always with her. Very close to her. Yes. Her handbag, as they say. Yes. And in a way, she kind of directed this, because when I was little, I always did her stuff for her, like her manicures, and take polish off her toes, because as they get older, they don't want to bend over. Yes. So I used to do that for her, do her brows for her, do her nails for her, and for some reason I just loved that, because when I was in secondary school, I used to do the brows for people with a blade. Really? Yes. When I was in Form 1, I used to shave the eyebrows of the seniors. They just go and say, go and bring that little girl with the left hand. Let her come and do. I used to do that a lot. So, but whilst I was in school, I never thought about being a I never realized that you're left-handed. I am. Southpaw is very active. Wow, never realized it. Now you say this hand does not move; it's always down. So and now I see, because my daughter's left-handed. So yeah, she is. One of my daughters is left-handed. Yeah, so I used to do a lot of that. I loved doing that. My mother was always dressed up, and she always asked me to do things for her, like I said. So as I was introduced into this skincare thing, when I started it, I just went all the way. I never looked back. What valuable lessons do you think your mother left you? To be focused. To not to think that because you're single, because she was as well, she lost her husband when she was very young. To go for it. If you need something, if you want something, just go for it. Don't be distracted by what is happening around you, because you can always have a pity party if you want, but if you're focused and you think that you want something, you should always go for it. Also, to be very, very stern with the children. My children are very well behaved. They are very focused.
You have two. Your last children are the twins, who are 18 soon.
Yes,
and you don't look a day over. I don't want to say. Someone's going to be working it out and says, did she have her kids very early, or she just looks good for her age, basically? You know, either way, it's okay. We're not disclosing that here on the show. Yes.
So yes,
but you've done well with your children. You're happy with the way that they've turned out.
Yes, I am.
Where do you draw your strengths from?
From God, obviously. I can be a little weak sometimes, like everyone, but when I feel weak, I pray and I ask God for guidance, and I look at my children and I'm happy, because not every woman is blessed as I am. So I look at what I have instead of what I don't have, and I
always see your glass as half full and not half empty.
Yes,
you're positive. You have a positive
I'm very
mindset.
positive, and if I have something in my mind to do, that nothing stops me. I just keep looking and going for it and finding ways of achieving it, and I think most women need to do that, because some women would only do stuff if they have a man in their life, or if somebody's helping them to do something. I've tried, by God's help, to do
what you've done for yourself today.
Yes.
Do you count yourself as fulfilled now?
Yes, I am. I'm nearly there. Nearly there. Yes.
You're nearly there. Now, so imagine you have a young lady who's watching the show, who's decided today that she's chosen you to be her role model. She likes what you're doing. She's always dreamt of being like you. What words of advice would you leave her with today?
I'll say to them to stay focused. If they have a vision, they should never ever give up on it. They should continue to be persistent and be positive. They should always find things that will help them to reach their goal, rather than get distracted by what is going around. You know, because if you follow everybody, you don't get to where you're going. If you keep to your own, people will see and admire you and will urge you on to go forward.
That's beautiful. Now, I mean, we can't let you go without telling us, where can we find Janice? And if you want to leave us with a telephone number or something like that. Yes.
Janice is located in East Legon. It's on the Freetown Avenue Road, very close to American House.
Okay.
Our telephone number is 027 986 0815 or 027 8555 478.
That's
Yvonne. 027 8555 478. Yes.
I want to thank you so much. I mean, I know that I had to sort of think hard on how to get you here into the studio, but I hope that it's been worth it for you coming here.
Yes.
And I want to thank you as well for the time that, you've spent with us here.
Thank you.
And we, of course, wish you the best for the future.
Thank you.
As you said, you're not quite fulfilled.
Yes.
So we're praying for you to feel super fulfilled.
Amen.
Well, at the beginning of the show, I did say to you that I was going to be sharing some of my secrets with you. So that was my skincare secrets. God knows what I'm going to be sharing with you next time. Just keep staying tuned week by week. But next week, the story, what can I say? Watch for yourselves.
My name is Nafu Cynthia. I come from Bolgatanga, Tongo specifically. After my WASI, I had admission into the Kumasi Polytechnic to offer HND in chemical engineering. After 3 years in the school, I completed the course and came out, offered my national service at the Kumasi Metropolitan at the waste management. After my national service, I came out as a graduate looking for a job. I never acquired one. That is why I came into the market looking for a temporary work to be able to sustain myself and my daughter. And I bought a bowl and started Kaya. I started carrying Kaya. It's almost a year now.
I can only imagine that that short film had the same effect on you as it did on me. It's unbelievable, totally unbelievable. I already have a passion for the Kaya, and then to meet somebody who has an HND in chemical engineering. We'll hear her story next week. But if you want to catch a repeat of this show, don't forget to tune into TV3 next week, Wednesday. I'd like to thank my sponsors, BF Soap, Every Woman Knows What She Wants, and Lydia Female Contraceptives. With Lydia, you decide. The quote I want to leave you with today is from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and he says, never lose an opportunity of seeing anything that is beautiful. For beauty, it's God's handwriting, a wayside sacrament. Take care of yourselves and see you next week.